it's really hard to pick who's
but
got the
I think
hardest run in there.
Man United's got the easiest for me.
Yeah.
When you look at, I know they've
Well, I
got
say
Arsenal.
it was hard to pick. You're fairly clear.
I know. Simply because if they can garner anything from that result the other day, which they should try and do something, even though it was all in, they've put all their chips into that game. You look at that, if they can get something going, you look at that running, and yes, you look at Arsenal there, you know, obviously Liverpool. I think that they've got a very good chance, depending on how... You look at Villa. Villa got City, they've got Arsenal, they've got Liverpool. They could drop points there.
The other thing to take note from that graphic, I think, is that you look at the points, 56, 53, and then 47. It's a lot of points to make up. Look at the goal difference. That's another point. They've got to go a point ahead of Tottenham or Aston Villa, Manchester United have, because they're not going to gain 17, 18 goals between now and the end of the season.
I think it's a fair point.
So there's an extra point that they've got to get. And the other thing is none of them have got to play each other again. So it's going to be, it's not like, right, well, we can definitely bank on, let's try to beat them. Yeah. You know, Manchester United, if they were going to play Aston Villa still, they'd still be rubbing their hands thinking, right, well, if we beat them, then it's only 6 straight away. But none of them play each other.
So United are a weird team because their run looks good, 9 wins from the last 12. But if you look at a lot of those wins, the other team's been in the game. And it's almost been poor finishing, it's been scraping past teams, it's getting a little bit fortunate here and there. And however epic the win over Liverpool was in the FA Cup, there's still a team you can't trust. There still are a team that doesn't have that defensive stability. They've got a mistake in them in every match. And I just look at some of the teams in that graphic, which helpfully is gone now. And I think to myself, as far as United are concerned, I don't trust them to put together the run of wins that is going to reel in Spurs.
Because you can see the other side, Spurs in particular, be the one that they're aiming for. You can see them dropping points. You just can't see Manchester United being able to capitalise on it. But I don't know, you look at that kind of run of fixtures towards the end of the season, it is 6 points. It's only 10 games. Yeah. You know, it's you could easily put together a good run over 10 games between now and the end of the season. Nobody is in sparkling form between any of the three of those sides, and I don't know. I wonder if maybe it's a bit more open.
You know, maybe than
it immediately looks.
It is a bit more open. And what's the difference between these guys and we're talking about the teams that are going for to win the league, is that they are dropping points. These guys, they can drop points. So we're trying to guess where they won't drop points rather than where they will get the points. You look at, like, Man United. If Man United could get someone like, if Martinez comes back in, if Luke Shaw comes back in, that brings another dimension to them. Then all of a sudden you can say, well, yes, they can now build up through the back. We saw that they've got the capability of digging in and getting it done because they've got the forwards with pace. Ireland's back now. You can see if they can get those players, then you might see something different from Man United.
I think the one, I'm going back to it. I'm in the Villa.
Yeah.
But if you look at the games Villa have at home, and I know their home form has wavered a little bit, but I still think they're very reliable. The Ajax game, I thought they were superb. Yeah. The games they have at home are against teams that you would expect them to win. And I think if they can, you know, if they get points, Wolves, Brentford, Bournemouth, Chelsea will be tricky, but if they can get those first 3, then I think they'll have that momentum.